Let's take a look at the situation of coronavirus in India. You can see India's total number of cases well past 1 crore 15 lakh mark. The daily number of cases 39,726, nearly 40,000 daily cases. Those cases have been gradually rising. But out of 39,726 cases, 25,800 cases are from the state of Maharashtra alone. If you look at this, the daily, how the number of cases are rising, look here, how the graph has been gradually rising after the mid of February. You can see this curve over here, how the graph has gradually risen. This is a big worry right now in the country, the gradual rise in the number of cases. Let's now dig into deeper detail now. This is the highest increase in daily COVID cases since the 29th of November 2020. Maharashtra has recorded the highest single-day increase in COVID cases ever since the beginning of the pandemic last year. Right now, Maharashtra accounts for 65% of all new COVID cases. So Maharashtra continues to be the big worry state. Punjab has recorded fastest increase in daily cases. So the other big worry state now is Punjab. Punjab has recorded the fastest increase in daily number of cases. There are now fresh COVID restrictions which the states and the cities are imposing in order to arrest the COVID spike. Let's look at Maharashtra first. Religious social gatherings have been banned in Maharashtra for the moment, so that the government hopes to arrest the spike in the number of COVID cases. Night curfew in 9 most affected districts in Punjab have been extended by 12 hours. Earlier, the night curfew was beginning at 11 p.m. in the night. Now, the night curfew in these 9 worst affected districts will begin at 9 p.m. in the night. So, that night curfew extended by 2 hours. Now, if you see India's daily cases in the last 7 days, you can see how they have risen over the last 7 days. On the 13th of March, it was around 24,800 cases. Now from 24,800 to 39,700 cases. How the cases have been steadily rising over the last 1 week. The top 5 states with the highest number of cases in the last 24 hours, as we said, Maharashtra right there with a big bar over there of 25,800 cases. Their highest ever spike since the beginning of the pandemic. Punjab has jumped to number 2. So Punjab is the next big worry state, as we said, with 2,369 cases. If you look at the death figures also, there also Punjab has become a new worry. Punjab number 2 with 32 deaths. Maharashtra remains at the top with over 50 deaths in the last 24 hours, followed by Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Now, Mumbai's Dharavi is another focus point now in Maharashtra, because Dharavi is now recording a steady rise in cases. You can see month on month from January to February to March, the cases have been rising steadily now in Mumbai's Dharavi. There's been a 35% spike in cases compared to January. Now, this is the latest circular that the government of Maharashtra has released, imposing fresh restrictions. Let's take you through some of them. The most important here is that all drama theatres and auditoriums in the state to operate at 50% capacity. Now, there will be no entry without proper wearing of masks, temperature measuring devices to be used to ensure that no one with fever gets an entry. There will be adequate hand sanitizers to be kept at various convenient locations, and concerned establishments to ensure presence of enough manpower to enforce wearing of masks as well as social distancing by all visitors at all times. So this is regarding drama theatres and auditoriums in the state, which will now be operating at 50% capacity. And the other important thing is here that all private offices, except related to health and other essential services, to function at 50% capacity. So all private hospitals except health and essential services will be functioning at 50% capacity. That's what the Maharashtra government is saying. Of course, the 50% staff which will be coming into the offices will follow all the COVID precautions. That's what the government is saying right now, so that they can arrest the spread of coronavirus in the state of Maharashtra. So private offices at 50% capacities, except those related to health and essential services, and drama theatres and auditoriums in the state to operate at 50% capacity with these various restrictions. So that's the situation of coronavirus in the country.